Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. I'm back here at Ciocca Chevrolet of Princeton to take a look at a brand new 2023 Chevrolet Equinox. This is the RS trim. Earlier in the year, we did a review on the entry-level LS. Now we're at the second highest level trim in the Equinox line, the RS. So let's dig in. All right, the front end of this Equinox, the color here is iridescent pearl tri-coat, which is a great color on this. It's more of a creamier white than a bright white, which I really like. Gloss black on the grille, Chevy bow tie blacked out in the middle, the red RS badge on the right side of the grille. We have LED daytime running lamps, LED headlights. We have standard turn signals. We don't have any fog lamps. I'd like to see some fog lamps in there where next to the turn signals where those fake vents are. I think that would have been cool. Let me know what you think in the comments about that. All right, wheel and tire setup on this Equinox. We have a charcoal gray gloss wheel, blacked out Chevy bow tie in the middle. This RS is going to get you a lot of action blacked out, right? Wheel size is a 19, if I haven't mentioned that. We have all-season tires with the standard brake and rotors, 235 on the width, a 50 series sidewall, 19s, all four corners, all-wheel drive. Full side profile look on this RS Equinox, and I think this looks so much better than the LS, because you have that beautiful iridescent pearl white paint against all that charcoal gray and blacked out badges and blacked out window surrounds and everything. So there's no chrome look on the side. I think it looks really, really good. That white shows off this beautiful body line that comes off the front fender underneath the driver door handle and then back into the rear wheel well. I think that looks really, really good. The black offsets it really, really well. So this RS package certainly has made this thing look much more attractive than your base LS. Let me know what you think in the comments. Moving on in closer, we do not have any flat black on the wheel well. It's all painted. Nice job, Chevy. Color matched on the side view mirror, LED turn signals, 360-degree cameras as well. Color matched on the front and rear door handle, left side fuel filler. Up top, we have a flat black shark fin antenna with a white roof, and we have that dual panel sunroof. All right, rear end on this Equinox, we have a very short and stubby roof spoiler. The rear wiper is on the bottom of the rear glass. The blacked out Chevy badge in the middle. We have LED lighting in the back with LED turn signals. The Equinox badge on the left in black. The all-wheel drive badge on the right in black. And then the red RS badge, which I think looks great against this white paint. We are flat black and with some aluminum underneath the license plate on the rear bumper, which I think is fine. Makes it look really clean on the design. And then our exhaust is tucked up underneath the right side. All right, we're under the hood of this 2023 Equinox RS. And what do we have for a power plant? We have a 1.5 liter turbocharged inline 4-cylinder engine mated to a 6-speed automatic transmission, 175 horsepower, 203 pound-feet of torque, MPGs 24 in the city, 30 on the highway, 26 combined. The engine's minimum octane rating is 87, so you can run this on regular unleaded gas. All right, before we get into the interior of this Equinox RS, you're going to want to know, Mike, how much does this cost? Well, MSRP, the way this one is optioned, and this has several different option packages on it. We're talking about an MSRP of $39,160. That's some serious cash for an Equinox. So let's see what you get. Let's check out this interior. Moving on in to the foot box. Nice large dead pedal brake and accelerator, but it's all rubber. This is an RS. Give me the aluminum trim on the pedals, please. We have a plastic Equinox door sill plate. This should be some kind of silver and maybe a light up at 40 grand. Come on, let's get going. Now, seating wise, we're in better shape. We have power seats with lumbar for the driver, but manual seats for the front passenger. At 40,000, the front seats should be power as well for the front passenger. We do have leather RS seats though. which are really nice, leather with the red cross stitch, nice bolstering, so they did a real nice job on the seats. Door panels, very monochromatic, not a lot of change there. We do have some soft touch material up top, but it is harder than softer. Flat black on the switchgear with chrome door handles. I do like the armrest, that's softer with the red cross stitch, so that looks nice. We do have the upgraded Bose sound system in this Equinox as well as part of an option package. Up on the dash, we have soft touch up here, some soft touch with stitching in the red, which I like, and then underneath, the glove box is nice and large. All right, infotainment system time. We have the Chevrolet, GM, whatever you want to call it, 8-inch integrated infotainment system with touchscreen action. Look at how beautiful that is to the touch. GM does a great job with their infotainment systems. We have nav built in, wireless Apple CarPlay, wireless Android Auto, Wi-Fi hotspot, driver profiles, the whole 9 yards in here. We go to reverse. We have nice clear backup camera with trajectory and 360-degree view on the left. Very nicely done. You can also change camera angles with using any of these buttons here down below. So very nicely done by GM on this infotainment system. As we come down, we have dual climate control action, which I like, with 3-stage heated seats for the driver and front passenger, which is a nice touch. Moving down further, if I can get this to focus in, we have a aux jack, a USB-C, USB-A, 12 volt, missing wireless charging in here. I've looked everywhere. I've had the sales manager look, and it's not in here. So it's almost 40 grand. This should have a wireless charging pad. It does not. We move up here to the gear shift. Here's the gear shift to go through the 6-speed automatic transmission. We have our all-wheel drive button here and our parking sensor button there. 2 cup holders with nice chrome trim. Chevy badge, if I can pick it up, right here. Lock, unlock, remote start, pop the tailgate, panic button, bow tie on the back. Nice weight, nicely done. Storage area here, electric parking brake. I do like the fact that this is all flat black with the silver trim, a little bit of gloss black in and around the gear shift, but nothing too bad. As we move in here, we have our nice center armrest with cross stitch, and we open that up. We have a removable tray and 2 USB-As. All right, moving over to the Chevy steering wheel, and here's the same steering wheel, pretty much, that we just saw in the Trailblazer, just dressed up a little bit more with some leather trim and some red cross stitch on the inside. The blacked out Chevy bow tie in the middle looking good. We have our heated steering wheel right up here, 1 stage on or off, so that's nice. Love that heated steering wheel. On the left, we have our cruise control and lane keep assist controls. On the right, we have our telephone and voice commands, and to go through the other options on the dash, which we'll show you in a minute. We do have some gloss black here, but nothing too heavy. This is a manual tilting and telescoping steering wheel. On the stalks, we have our bright lights right here and directionals. Front and rear wiper right here. Down below, brighten and dim the dash. Turn your headlights on, off, or set them on auto, whatever you would like. And now, as we move in, here is the dashboard. And we have an analog and digital combo. We have analog gauges for the speedometer and tachometer, as well as fuel level, which is almost non-existent right now, and coolant temperature, and then a small 4-inch display in the middle, which is going to take you through some other information. And you can go to your settings and set it up how you would like. So there is a lot of other things you can go through in here, and then there's sub-menus on each one of these as well. Node full digital dash here in this Equinox. Let me know what you think about that, because some of the competition in this compact SUV market is going to have a full digital dash when you get to the second highest level trim at almost $40,000. And so this is a little bit behind it. Let me know what you think about that in the comments. All right, overhead console time. This is what we got going on here. If you want this LED lighting to come on and off when you open and close the door, this button must be set to off. that is on with the orange light on, so that means it must be off. Now, when you open the door, oh, sorry about that, the lights will come on, and then when you close the door, after a few seconds, the lights will taper off and go completely off. Here are the controls for our panoramic roof. This is the control on the right for the shade. This is for the actual roof. So if we open this up, it's one touch. And one touch will take this thing all the way to the back over the rear seat passengers, open up the whole roof. Really, really nice. And then one touch back, you just pop it, and here it comes back, and it's a pretty good speed to get the shade all the way closed. So nicely done with this nice big large panoramic roof, but again, that is an option. All right, sun visor time. We got a nice sun visor with vanity. Take this out. Does it slide? Yes, it does, to block out the side sun, so nicely done there. All right, back row time here in the Equinox. We're just going to jump right in here to the back. Easy to get. Plenty of space for my knees. This seat is set for my driving position. Plenty of knee space, plenty of headroom, plenty of shoulder width room. So a nice amount of room back here in this Equinox. Nice consistency of design front to back with the door panels. You still have that soft touch with the stitching on the rear door panels, so they kept it consistent. So thank you, Chevrolet, for doing that. We do have seat pockets behind each front seat for the rear seat passengers. And then down here we have 2 heat and air vents. We have 2 USBs, and we have way down below, we have a home power source. So they got you covered for power and connectivity in the back of this Equinox RS. As we flip around now to our seat here, we have removable cup holders that are popped back in, and then a sticker, which doesn't make any sense. But anyway, we have nice soft material, and then again 2 cup holders in this. But again, the back seat's looking good with the leather, with the cross stitch. So nice consistency of design, and it's very comfortable here in the back of this Equinox RS. All right, rear tailgate time in this Equinox. You can either pop the tailgate using the key fob or the button on the dash. But if you're back here and you forgot to do it, you can come to the back, right underneath the bow tie. You hit the button, and nice electric assist on the way up. Nice electric assist on the way down here in this RS, and that is an option for this. And then in the back, you have a lot more space than we saw in the Trailblazer. Good amount of space here with this 2-row compact SUV. Here are the carpeted floor mats that we talked about earlier with the carpeted cargo mat. We open this up. We have more storage down here in the back. And if I go to open that up, there is our spare. So thank you, Chevy, for including the spare. In the back here, we got some nice tie downs, and we can take the back seats down from right here, which I like. So I'm going to start with the top handle, see which side that is. I can't tell. Boom, the right side goes down, and now the other side, boom, down we go, nice and easy. And now we have even more space for those larger items. So again, a great use of space here in this 2-row compact SUV, Equinox RS by Chevy. Nice job. All right, here is the window sticker for this 2023 Equinox RS all-wheel drive. Feel free to stop the video, zoom in, see everything that is optioned into this 2023 Equinox RS. And now, let's take it out for a spin. All right, we are heading out of the dealership in this 2023 Equinox RS. Now, the one that we were doing the interior and exterior review on had like no gas in it. And this is another one that they have on the lot that has the exact same thing. It's an Equinox RS 2023 with the exact same options. So we're driving this one instead because it has 30 miles worth of gas in it rather than 4. But it's the exact same car. So, with that being said, again, nice smooth ride in the Equinox, no problem. A lot less road noise in this Equinox than we had in the Trailblazer. Trailblazer, you could really hear the wind, you could really hear the road, because there's not much sound deadening in there. This has a lot more sound deadening. It's a much heavier car, so we get a real nice road ride on with this Equinox. Well damped. Sidewall tires are soaking up the bumps. No creaks, no rattles in here at all. I have obviously the radio off and I can hear everything. Road noise is much more subdued. The tire noise is much more subdued in this particular car. You have a lot more options in this Equinox RS than you have in the LS. The LS is the obviously entry level. This is the second one from the top, with about $4,000 worth of options in it, maybe a little bit more. So that's a lot of money, 39 and change, essentially 40 or more than 40 once you figure in tax, title, and license. That's a lot of money for an Equinox. And so things that I think it needs at this price point, like I mentioned earlier, I think you need to have power seats for the front passengers. The driver and front passenger should both have power. The front passenger shouldn't be on a manual seat at $40,000. I should have a wireless charging pad in the vehicle as well at $40,000. And we can debate whether this should have a fully digital dash at $40,000, because some of the competition in the compact SUV, two-row SUV market have digital dashes, full digital dashes in the higher level trims of their vehicles. So that being said, RS in the Equinox range, meaning Rally Sport. But did they really do anything to improve the performance? We still have the same engine, 6-speed automatic transmission. Isn't, competition's got 8, but this is not geared for a sports trim. This is geared for a appearance and tech package for the RS and the Equinox, rather than a performance package. I just don't see much in the way of a performance upgrades in here over the regular Equinox to begin with. So that's my view on that. But since this is an RS trim, we're gonna have to put it through its paces and see if it's going to deliver any kind of performance that maybe the LS didn't. So we're going to get off on my favorite side road around here, and we'll see what this thing can do with handling, with braking, and with acceleration. But I'm not expecting to see much out of this Equinox RS except for an appearance package and extra tech above and beyond the other Equinox trim, except for the Premier, which sits at the top. So I like the panoramic roof. Again, another option. This thing is full with so many extras. You don't get... I just have little patience for car companies that don't include much with each trim upgrade, but then make you play a la carte options to get extra stuff that frankly I think should have come with the trim upgrade. You're paying extra for the panoramic roof, you're paying extra for all these extra USBs and charge ports that are in this vehicle, you're paying extra for the navigation system in here, you're paying extra for all of that stuff. And I'm like, what am I going to get, Chevy, for upgrading in trims? Because you're even charging me extra for the blackout on the RS. So, and the RS seats you're charging me extra for. And now somebody's following me down this lonely road. Get out of the way, please. Oh, friggin' people. And then, I have a car that really isn't set up for being a performance car. But here we go. Emergency stop. And that's just all well and fine. We got all-wheel drive and now we're taking off again. But again, this engine is underpowered for this car. It is struggling to get this heavy car up to speed. even with the turbocharger. They need a bigger engine in this RS trim. This is not good enough, in my opinion. We're going to stop here and we're going to take off. I'm going to let the car shift for itself. And here we go. 3, 2, 1. Now it flattens out at a, so it's just not enough. Sorry, Chevy, you need a bigger engine in this RS. You want to keep the 1.5 liter in the Equinox LS and LT, be my guest. But in the RS and Premier, you're going to need to put in a 2-liter turbo at least and get it up to about 250 horsepower, because the horsepower and torque in here is just not enough for this heavy car. Otherwise, you know, I like the way it rides. And, you know, we're going to come up and see how it's going to take this corner. And we got some serious body roll, but not half bad. So let's think about what we want to do here with an RS trim. Let's just not slap badges on cars and say they're RSs when you haven't done the work to give them a more sporty ride and more power. I'm going to leave it at that. Now, I recommended the Trailblazer for a test drive in that subcompact SUV market. Would I recommend this Equinox RS if you're looking for something in the compact SUV market with more performance? And the answer is no. I would take a look at the Equinox if you're looking at something that has a little less features like the LT or the Premier, which is a more luxury trim. But I would not compare this RS to other compact SUVs that have that sportier feel to them. This is not gonna get the job done when it's competing against those products. So that's really what I have to say about this. I know some of you Chevy lovers might be out there pissed off as hell about this review, but be honest with me. Let me know in the comments what you think I'm right about, what you think I'm wrong about. I'd love to have a discussion over it. I do want to thank Ciocca Chevrolet of Princeton for allowing the channel access to this 2023 Chevy Equinox RS. Chevy Equinox RS. If you enjoyed this video, please consider giving it a like. Please also consider subscribing and turning on that notification bell so you'll never miss another Shabby's Rides video. And I'll see all of you on the rebound. Take care, everyone.